And beautiful silence.
The polluted. The trash polluted sea.
Yeah, so the water is still polluted, and we don't get to deal with it yet. We'll get to deal with it later. So after this, we're just gonna go back to the other stages and complete all the other stuff there. What we're gonna do instead is go treasure hunting of sorts. After we get all the way over here and talk to the old man again.
Is it like Grandpa Simpson but in Mario World form?
No, probably not.
Man yells at Italian plumber.
Let me tell you about the time I beat Bowser. I beat him just like Hitler. I mean, that would be a grandpa story.
The YouTube advertising stuff is not gonna like that.
Yep. Anyway, so there's a shine sprite hidden in the caverns, and we have to spray the walls containing some sort of a symbol on them in order to open up passageways. And like that.
What? Okay.
Okay.
And so we have to wall jump our way across this thing, which can sometimes be easier said than done, but it's not too bad mostly. There are some hidden, there are some hidden corners as well, so I try to go for some of them. But you want to be careful. If you take too long on these things, the walls will eventually just reseal themselves, so you want to keep moving at some point. It's not going to be apparent now, but the next part is going to be apparent.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
now they're
good.
still they're sealing themselves up. Yep.
Ooh.
And hey, and that guy just fell. Yeah.
He just gave up on life.
They're kind of like Koopas. They're not very good at not avoiding pitfalls.
El Bato was here.
He's not red, so he doesn't know how to turn around. Anyway, here's another one. And I recall in some of these pockets there are blue coins. And let's see, it should be up here. Yeah, if you face a wall and you try to jump, you can't wall jump off it. And there it is, there's the blue coin. And that's not so easy to get to, because if you jump out of it at the right moment in order to get that.
But really, the bigger problem is just the height. Is like the low ceiling, because that doesn't really give you. That doesn't give you a good opportunity to jump.
And they're also closing in on us, so we should get out of here. So I kind of cut Titch a bit close here, but eventually get it through. There we go.
Nice.
Now, we've seen bloopers in here. I wonder if we're going to encounter someone very familiar here. Yep, there we go. We're finding this guy again.
Yeah.
And I've actually managed to show the sort of exploit that I mentioned before that I couldn't show off. You do that, and boom.
Wait,
So that's how, if you can do that very good, you can actually beat the spawns very quickly.
is it just the mouth?
It's just the mouth. Yeah.
The nozzle.
It's pulling it out without like forcefully removing its tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't need...
Mario.
And you can see that the
has not
tentacles don't really attach to his body for some reason.
Presumably because you're supposed to rip them off.
Yeah. And ground pounding or diving will prevent Mario from taking damage as for falling, so that's always good to know.
Oh.
Just use more force.
Yeah.
Mario, mercenary without
Platform by physics.
And it's time for another secret level. Joy.
Joy.
This level is so secret, even Nintendo doesn't know.
Actually, I don't think this secret level...
It just goes undetected, like nobody at the company's even aware it exists. It's like, that's like a really... That sounds like a weird like start for a creepypasta, like a hidden level that not even the creators knew existed.
The level became sentient and killed everyone who knew about it. I am level 805.
Anyway, so in order to get to...
Every copy of Super Mario Sunshine is personalized.
Anyway, so in order to get to this tower properly, you have to use the rocket nozzle to get there. You can probably use the hover nozzle or whatever, but it's easier to use the rocket nozzle.
Are those clouds? Are those Lakitus or whatever they're called?
No,
Not really.
they're not.
Lakitus have, Lakitus are Koopas who ride clouds. And yeah, anyway, so here we are, and we're gonna collect another blue coin that's placed in up there. Collected a good decent amount of them. And now I tried not to fall off here because...
Yeah.
And here we go.
Oh god, is this gonna be? Is this worse than that one little shape that you were talking about before?
No, it's not actually. It's not too bad,
Oh.
but I do kind of mess up at some point because I think the previous level has made me kind of a bit frustrated and impatient. Since this was this was all in during one session, so I was still kind of frustrated from those previous levels.
To be fair, I can kind of understand why this would be hard because you're sort of, for most of the game, you're sort of relying on Flood to keep you like hovering and whatnot, and this game just removes that.
Exactly. I remember as a kid, these ones were really, really hard. But
I wonder if it's a bit easier because you go in the other direction, the wheels are facing opposed to the previous one.
Anyway, so we got these things again, but they're much bigger now, so it's not too hard to actually get around them now. I probably could have done this without failing if I didn't mess up so often. But oh well. And these blocks are not too bad as well, but you want to be careful of those little studs that go around. As those can maybe mess you up a bit.
Giant
like
Timmy's
that.
big wooden toolbox.
Yeah. And that was not very wonderful. That was probably some poor luck on my part. I probably just got a bit too rushed them and went a bit ahead when I should have just been more careful.
Seems like the case. Ooh.
Yeah, but these aren't too bad, honestly. They're kind of like the giant blocks here. As long as you're not being too impatient, you should be able to get through them pretty
Did
easily.
the mushroom give you like extra life or something?
Yes,
or?
green mushrooms give you extra lives. I probably should have been focusing more on collecting more of them. There is a couple of ones in Aldefino you can collect, but I've been neglecting that so much. There are often one or two ones in the secret levels you can actually keep going if you collect them, hence a lot of them. And we get to fight this guy again.
Yay.
Yay!
I mean, to be fair, this is Nintendo. They're the same person who, in the original Super Mario
Same
Bros.
person?
made. No, these are the same. This is the same company. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
my mistake. This is the same company that made Super Mario Bros. The game where you fight the exact same boss at the end of every single world over and over and over again.
Yeah, but it was during the early days of gaming consoles and such, so you can kind of get over that. I think probably more Super Mario Galaxy is a more worse example because in that one you basically have to, in order to get like the everything, you have to like play as Mario and then unlock Luigi and play as Luigi, getting all the stars, and then you can get like the final level after you've done everything as Luigi, after you've done everything as Mario.
One more to 25.
Yeah. And we get to do some. It's time for some more blooper surfing.
Yay. Ooh.
And the thing that basically got us killed so many times. Other than that, you have to collect coins during a time limit.
Oh no.
Oh, collecting coins.
It's not too bad actually. You just have to make sure you pick the green one because you're going to have to make some. Oh, for fuck's sake! Someone's knocking at the door.
For some reason, I heard like a beep.
Keep going without me. Don't mind me.
We will. We will.
I thought for some reason I heard a beep and I thought somebody was swearing. There was like a blooper.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why did they use like the swearing bleep noise instead of like a
Professional,
proper
let's play the
porn or
world. I'm
something?
back.
It's as if somebody just sort of dropped an F-bomb at the starting line.
Okay, did I miss anything?
No, you didn't. All you missed out was me and Arth talking about that beep noise at the beginning being just the sensor noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you just pick the green blooper because it allows you to turn a lot better. And most of the coins are not too bad, but this last one is a bit of a bitch because it's squeezed in between those two boats over there.
Not good.
I think that bleep at the beginning was just like super early, like way before Sweet said bitch there.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh well.
Yay.
And now here comes the Probably more hardest part, getting onto the pier
God,
without
this.
crashing into the...
Yeah, I've seen somebody attempt to do this, and it looks frustrating as hell. Nicely done.
Yeah, if you miss the shine sprite, you're fucked. You're gonna crash into the logs and die.
Are there also squids that are really awful to steer and such?
Well,
Yeah.
the other ones are faster but harder to control. The purple one is the worst because it's the fastest and hardest to steer. So it's best just to go with the green one because you got plenty of time to collect the coins. Anyway, time to chase this guy again. Now, and he actually has another nozzle for us there, which I have not seen before. It's actually a pretty decent one. Although something we don't really get a lot of use of in general unless we need it for specific levels. Once the message gets through, we get to speed this thing up. Although you can kind of notice the frame rate seems to be taking a dive here.
Yeah, kind of like, oh god, is the game slowing down?
I don't know why it's
And it is.
doing like that, especially on a Switch version, but yeah. It seems to be just slowly dying here because of...
I can only assume it's either an emulation thing or just maybe that was just the game. Maybe the game just had issues rendering this
Yeah.
part.
I think I remember it's actually has the same problem on the GameCube version too. I might not be remembering correctly. Anyway, the turbo also works like this. Squids, except you can use it on land, and it doesn't kill you if you hit the wall. Like this.
Nice.
So in theory, you could probably just do those previous levels with this thing, and not have to worry about dying.
Butt slide.
Oh, that was...
If you hit 88 miles an hour, so you're going to see some serious shit.
And there are shine sprites hidden in El Defino. We'll get to those maybe after the post-game, because I think I'm just going to try the 100% or close to 100% after this. Anyway, let's go do the same thing we just did before.
Wow.
Yay.
that's
Yay!
Originality.
Padding, like we needed some.
Yeah.
Failing to just get through the level normally because you're being a doofus. And bullshit.
good. Dog.
And stupidity.
Oh, damn it.
You see why speeding things up?
Yeah.
Imagine if you make them half speed to make it more.
I'm not that cruel. I cut out a lot of this stuff because I want to make this as painless as possible. Anyway, that's done with. Unfortunately, we're not out of the hell. Because we're gonna go on our Yoshi's Fruit Adventure. Oh god.
Oh no, Yoshi has like a beverage company.
So this is one of the levels you have to have Yoshis, as this guy will make a beautiful rhyme about. If you don't have a Yoshi, you can't complete this level. Mainly because Yoshi's use are necessary in order to destroy a certain amount of thing across the level which need in order to get the Shine Sprite.
I like how he says like Yoshi's a friend, and the first thing I think of is like Mario doesn't use Yoshi as a friend, he just uses him to hop over large pits by sacrificing him.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Bye, Yoshi.
this giant fruit machine will drop a randomly generated fruit from it. I was lucky here and got the right fruit, a durian, just to kick around because
That's how Mario Football started.
So what you have to do is use
Kicking
the
the ball.
juice to make platforms out of these fish. And I can tell you, this was easier said than done.
What the heck?
Yoshi can't
Yeah, 'cause-
grab onto things, so that went wonderful.
I can see why it's a bit harder, because they seem to like form into platforms higher than normal, than they
Yeah.
should
And I cut out a lot of I had a lot of trouble with this, and I cut out a lot of just mashing that giant fruit machine several times in order to get the right fruit. Because most often you will not get the right fruit, you have to keep ground pounding those buttons over and over and over and over and over.
To get the right one to turn the fish into the thing you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just the right fruit to get the Yoshi in entirely. If you mess up, you have to get the right fruit again. And here's another
It
fun
reminds
thing.
me almost of this game, like I think it was on the NES, where basically the boss battles were like paper, stone, rock, stone, scissors, you know that game. And so it was totally random. Like, what the hell? That's not the boss battle, that's just flipping a coin.
Yeah. Anyway, so the real deal you want to do with this level is just to get the juice onto that yellow stuff on the roof there. Because you can't use Yoshi to reach the Shine Sprite. You just need him to just clear the way so you can get there as Mario.
I like how Yoshi makes like an adorable noise, not like oh.
Anyway, so now we can just abandon Yoshi, but at this point I didn't realize we couldn't proceed anymore with Yoshi. So yeah, I just decided to... So at this point I'll probably just recommend getting a rocket nozzle, just blasting your way up from here. But on a bright note, Yoshi's spin jump is really, really good because it's very floaty and allows you to more easily guide yourself properly.
No.
Yep.
Nice.
And here comes the kicker. We get to get in here.
Bam!
Oh.
So bye-bye, Yoshi.
Hi, Yoshi. Can't be bothered.
I did that because I was so frustrated over this level. I had cut out almost like it almost took me about half an hour to get through there. So yeah.
You're one of the Yoshi murderers.
Yeah.
Luckily, Mario was already imprisoned at the end. Like, bye. Oh, damn it, I'm in jail now.
Anyway, so remember this guy? We destroyed his nap.
Yeah.
Now he's now he's out for blood, which means more is out for blood.
And by being out for blood, we mean running around in circles. Oh.
Yeah. So what you do is use these Doom plant things and knock them over. Do this 3 times and you're done.
That guy is pretty chill, like hungry.
And the music starts playing faster every time.
Holy crap. Oh, that screen shake.
And if you're wondering, no, that's not a piece of poop. That's just a giant cone shell.
Yeah, I thought it was a giant cone shell. I was just waiting for somebody to say it was poo.
No, it's not poo. It's a beach. It's a cone
I
shell.
know, I know.
No.
Oh, that's... That's a cone
Yes.
shell?
It was one of the sand things we popped up.
Oh.
It just unfortunately looks kind of like, cartoony poop or whatever, because immaturity. I do kind of like how this music just goes faster every time.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see the guy actually goes up to the grass over there, and that's kind of bad, because you can't take him out from there. So I have to cut out that a bit, because this took quite a while.
Oh no, the reactor is going to explode. No.
Could you imagine that? It's like some sort of film about Chernobyl, and you just play this music over the scene where the reactor's about to blow.
What the heck? Oh, no.
Anyway, let's finish this.
Power deactivated.
It was sand all along.
Yep. And of course the giant sprites go all the way over there.
I almost understood like Santa or sandals. That would have been... yeah, that would have been too dumb. The Sandman. Oh no. Oh, damn it.
Oh boy, the sandbird. Oh dear.
Oh, why is it born again? I hate it. Boo.
So you remember the sandbird? No, you don't.
No.
Nope.
Basically, this giant stone egg that's been in there that's supposed to spawn a giant sandbird, and now we get to go meet it.
Let me guess, another boss fight?
No,
Oh.
it's even worse.
Is it a musical?
No.
Because
No,
I saw this.
It's not like the new Paper Mario game where they just burst into song out of nowhere. Don't
That one
worry.
would have been way better than this.
level.
Yes,
Oh,
this
no,
level.
I've seen this.
This level is hell. You got a giant bird which keeps moving and makes it very awkward to walk around. Because at some point you can easily just fall off by standing still.
I thought it would have been even harder because all of them were. I thought they were like sand blocks, and like, oh damn it! Like if you stand on them, he.
But basically, these are very, very. It's very easy to fall off this thing. You have to wait, and you have to stick on this thing for a long time.
Oh,
And you have to collect all the coins while you have to be careful not to fall off, which is very, very easy.
Oh no!
And that's not even worst of it. You'll get to see it later on. Yeah, here we
Is it
go.
going to make a looping. Loop the loop.
No, a quarter of a loop. But that's even bad because you have to basically Yeah, you have to basically move yourself to the side
Yeah,
here.
that stupid
Oh my
cloud.
goodness.
And
Fucking hell.
that was pretty disheartening. Now, I could just wait for him to return here, but that would take forever. So...
Oh no.
Yeah...
I swear he grabbed onto it for a moment.
He did, but he didn't. It wasn't good enough. So
I
you see-
hate those clothes.
Yeah, so you have to put yourself somewhere over here. You can see the beautiful underside, which...
Lego blocks, almost.
Yes, it's made of sandy Lego blocks. Anyway, once you pass that, you're basically home free. That was the worst of it. As long as you collected the 7 coins, you're good. And now we just wait, just wait until we get close enough to that giant pillar, and high enough so we can actually jump onto it, so we can collect the final red coin. If you haven't collected the final red coin, you might as well just throw yourself off this giant tower.
Because that's very fair after this session.
No, it's just in case you can actually hit the one you missed.
Yeah.
30, nice.
Yes. And here we get the rocket nozzle, of course. Now this will only unlock all this stuff for Delfino Plaza, not all the other levels.
Wait, so are you sure it's the rocket nozzle? Because don't we already have the rocket nozzle?
We only unlocked it for Rico Harbor.
Oh.
Like I said, it only unlocks them for a specific level.
Okay.
So in order to unlock them, you have to go to the level where they are available and then unlock them for each level. And in order to unlock them for Aldefino, we have to unlock them through this little method here.
I see.
It's a bit tedious, but yeah. And there we go. And this allows us to get to, I believe, the next to final proper world. Well, final proper world. And
I think the reason why the game is actually lagging down in this hub area is because I noticed it only happens whenever you look towards the town center rather than away from it, which is that I think it's rendering the entire town without unhiding the stuff you cannot see.
maybe.
That might be why it's slowing down a ludicrous amount.
Yeah, I think I heard about some newer games, I don't know, was it Horizon Zero Dawn such, that they only load the object that you can see and everything else around you is like disappeared.
Frankly, most games do that nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, this is like from what...
Anyway, welcome to Piazza Village, the last world, and it's filled with mushrooms. Mario would fit in here so well. This is also where they introduced the worst goop in the game. Goop that sets Mario on fire.
Oh.
And you can, if you keep falling on the goop after being set on fire, you can get set on fire again and again until you die. Needless to say, it's not fun. And this lady just keeps throwing us for no reason. And there's another guy who will also throw you for no reason. And if I remember correctly, there's a bonus stage where people throw you. And you have to get yourself across very small platforms by having people throw you.
Oh, that's... Is this like excreting napalm or whatever?
I don't know. Anyway, so here's something that's...
Looks like that thing from Zelda, but like...
It is a chain shop, and then, yeah, chain shops are sometimes in Zelda. Anyway, what we need to do is not pleasant for animal lovers.
Oh.
Yeah, drown them all. Now it looks like dried...
And it will keep whining as it's in the water as well, but at a bit more lower pitch.
Putting dog-like creatures into water. Family fun for everyone.
If you want a clickbait title, you make something like "We will kill 5 dogs."
Anyway, so these things are kind of wonky as well. Like here, I try to aim it towards the water, and
What the?
yeah, they bounce around a lot if you're not careful.
Pinball!
Basically.
Wait, no, actually this is more like Pong now that I think about it.
Yeah.
And that was not far enough. Now, if you let them stay around, they'll eventually catch fire again, so to keep spraying them.
Ah.
Now, if they are on fire, you can actually lure them to get close to them so you can get to a more ideal location. There we go, and now we just need to find one more. There he is. Or she, I don't know.
It?
Yeah, I don't know.
Blobby.
I don't know about the genders of these giant metal things.
Imagine if somebody in the
That's
comments
gonna
like,
hit
I'm
me.
an expert on that, like some weird guy or something.
Yeah, so I'm running really low on water, and that's actually not good. So I figured, hey, I'll just lure you into the water and take care of it over there. Yeah, so yeah, they'll chase you for quite a small amount, and you just keep luring them back. Be careful not to get too cocky like this.
Oh no.
Actually, it might be a girl because it does have a sort of very almost effeminate kind of bark.
I don't know.
Really?
Sort of, I guess. I mean, I'm not well versed in like sort of dog sounds and whatnot, but it is that sort of kind of cute little sort of sound that, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, be kind to your pets by drowning them in water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Also do that in
Nintendo's
Pokemon.
quality seal of approval.
Yeah. Do this also with fire Pokemon. No.
Just do it with all your pets. There's no limitations in Mario's world.
Do it with kids, pets.
That's the end of the recording.